Hello, how are you? Hope you're fine. In this lecture, I will teach you how you can create a zombie from scratch using the Inkscape software. In the last part of the previous lesson, I asked you to try to create your own zombie asset from scratch using the techniques covered there. And whether you tried it or not, I will teach you how you can do it now in this lesson. Okay, so let's move on. First, click on this circle tool and create a circle here using the Ctrl plus Shift key combination to create a circle. And go to Object, Align and Distribute, and select Relative to Page, and click on these two buttons so you can center them vertically and horizontally with respect to your page. Zoom in a little bit, and well, these colors are good to go. You can change them to suit your needs, but I think that's okay. We're trying to achieve some design like this. This was my first ever design for my zombies assets. So I will introduce a new technique, a new tool here. That is this button, that is to tweak objects by sculpting or painting. So select it, and here you can see you can select like width and a force for that tool. I recommend using a width of 8 or 9 depending on your needs, and a force of 25. I think it's okay. And now select this tool, push part of paths in any direction. So select your head and click on this tool, and now clicking on any part of your circle, you can see as you can sculpt the head, alright, to make the hair a little bit more realistic. So maybe you can tweak it, play with it until you achieve your results. So maybe we could do something like this, but you know, there are a lot of combinations here. Please play around with these tools. It's very, very powerful. So now let's scale it down a little bit. I think the head is still too big. Something like this. And remember to change the stroke style to 4. Alright, I think that's okay. Now we're going to work on the lighting a little bit. So select the head, right click it, and go to duplicate. Now you have two heads, one over the other. So for the uppermost head, change its width to 0. And now you can see you have one head with the width and one without it. So go to fill and change it and change the fill color to, you know, something lighter, something like this, and scale it down a little bit, maybe something like this. Let's see, yeah, something like this maybe. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. As you can see, we have achieved a really nice, a really cool writing effect here. You can even repeat this process once more to get more brightening layers, but I think that's good for now. Now let's create the shoulders. How you can do that? Well, select the rectangle tool and you know, create a new rectangle. Change its stroke width to 4, and change its fill color to whatever color you want, maybe this blue, and the stroke paint to that blue. Well, no, the stroke paint will be the same one as we used for the head. So now that's it, and we're going to change the radius of this rectangle to 20. Well, I think we will change it to 15 maybe. Yeah, that's it. And we will flip it horizontally. Well, I'm sorry. We're going to rotate it 90 degrees clockwise, right? or counterclockwise, it doesn't matter. So move it here and send it to the background, whether by going to object and lower or by using the page down keystroke. So I will press the page down keystroke, and now I've sent it to the background. Now it's as easy as right clicking it, going to duplicate, and with the Control key selected, you can move the new copy of it to the right shoulder, to the right place of it. And now send it to the background again, and now you have two cool shoulders, right? So that's fine. You can create a new brightening effect for the shoulders if you want to. It's really simple, but I will leave this task to you. So now let's create a circle here, and yeah, maybe something like this, and go to path, object to path, so that you have your circle is now a path. And with this tool, move the uppermost node to the bottom, just a little bit, something like this, and do the same thing with this node, and now you have a cool t-shirt, right? So scale it down and change its stroke width to 4 and move it there. Rotate it, maybe change its center of rotation to this point, so that you can rotate it with respect to the shoulder. This is a new tool we didn't use in the previous lesson. You can play around with it, it's very cool. And now send it to the background, as always. Now here you have a t-shirt. How can you create a new one here at the right? Well, the easiest way and the most straightforward way is to right click it, go into duplicate. Now you can flip it horizontally, and with the Control key pressed, move it to the right, and finally send it to the background again. So you have two t-shirts now. I think that's okay. And now it's time to create the arms of our zombie. To do that, we're going to use again the rectangle tool. As you can guess, this tool is the cornerstone of every single design you will be doing on your own later on. So create the rectangle and make the corners sharp with this button here. Change its fill color to some dark green. Yeah, I think that's it. And maybe make it a little bit thinner, and go to path and object to path. So now your rectangle is a path. So let's select all the 4 nodes here and click on this button to create more nodes into the 4 selected segments. Now select the leftmost segment and click this button once more. Do the same thing with the rightmost segment, and do the same thing to these 5 upper nodes here, so you can get a greater level of detail for the hands. So once you've done this here, you can play around with nodes, and well, we're trying to achieve a zombie arm. So maybe let's move the nodes so that you can create a cool arm. Let's move these nodes up a bit, and let's do this. Maybe, whoops, let's push them, and yeah, that's it. This is supposed to be the thumb finger. So yeah, we have a cool armor now. Do your own design. or simply copy this one, whatever you want. And here we have your new arm. It's a bit bigger. It's a bit big, so scale it down, and make it a little bit larger. Yeah, something like this. No, a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think that's pretty fine. Change the stroke width to 4 and send it to the back. Again, you going to object and lower, or using the page down key on your keyboard. So I'm going to use the, oops, what happened? Yeah, use the page down button to send it to the background. And now let's rotate it, change its center of rotation to this point maybe. As you can see, now you can rotate the arm with respect to the shoulder. Okay, and that's pretty fine. Again, to create the right arm, we're going to right click it, duplicate, flip it horizontally, and with the Ctrl key press, we're going to place it there. And now we're going to send it to the background using the page down key. You are really encouraged to create your own design and send them to me so that I can give your my feedback if you want to. All right. Now the next step is to create the shoes, and to do that, guess what? We're going to use the rectangle tool. Yeah, create a rectangle and change its width to 4. Change its fill color to whatever color you want. I will use maybe a Greek color. Yeah, something like this. I think that's pretty cool. And I will go to path, object to path, and I will create let's see, I will make the corners a little bit rounded, and to do that I will select your rectangle, go to the rectangle tool and change the radius, and maybe to 10, no, maybe to 30, nope, what's happening? Let's see, I don't know what's happening now. Okay, the thing is that we converted the rectangle to a path before, after trying to round its corners. So delete it and create a new rectangle here and change its radius before converting it to a new path. So we change its radius to 10. Yeah, that's it. And now it's time to convert it to a path. Now that you have this, maybe let's pull those nodes away a little bit, and you can change this as you want. That's why I did it for my previous design. Now you can create here more things. Maybe using this tool you already know, you can create here more details. So maybe, well, I will create it again. So I think that's pretty cool. Change the width to 3 maybe, and change its stroke color to this one. Yeah. Well, you can make it a little bit brighter if you want to, and move it around. Yeah, that's it. And duplicate it and put it there. And you can even create a new bright color here, so you can create a lighting effect like we did here in the head. Yeah, let's do it. So create a new circle here. That's it. Remove its stroke style. Sorry, its stroke width, and change its fill color. Change it to maybe this one. Yeah, and convert it to a path. And select all 4 nodes here. So, and well, you could add more nodes if you wanted to. I think that's okay for now. Let's make it a bit bigger here, and I think that's okay. You can create your own design. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So now we're going to see a new tool that is the layers tool, or the layer panel that is here in this button. Click it, and well, you have only one layer, that is the layer we've been using and constantly to create the whole design. So if you click on this little eye icon, you can see as all of your design disappeared. That's because all of the design, all of the objects created here are inside the layer 1. So right click it and rename it to zombie. Yeah, that's it, zombie. And now right click it and add a new layer that is going to be called left shoe, maybe. And drag and drop the left shoe onto the zombie layer, so that the left shoe is inside the zombie. I don't know why I can't do that. Let's see if it works. I don't know why it doesn't let me do that. Okay, select all the left shoe, right click, and go to move to layer and move to the left shoe layer. That's okay. But I still don't know why I can't move this layer onto this one. I don't know. Let's create a new layer that is going to be called right shoe. And well, I don't know why it isn't parenting and the left and right shoe, but you should be able to do that on your computer. Inside our right shoe, we'll create a new instance of this left shoe. So scale it down a little bit. Yeah, that's, well, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, that's it. And change the stroke width to 4, like to 4, and this to 2, 2, and move this a little bit to the bottom, like this. And now you have created a new shoe for your zombie. That's cool. And right click the entire design. That is, select the entire shoe, right click it, go into duplicate, and now you have a new shoe created. And now right click this, go to move to layer, and select the right shoe. Now we have 2 layers, one for the right shoe that I can decide to whether to show it on the screen or not by clicking this button, and the left shoe here, and your entire design, your entire zombie, that is this one. So I don't know why it doesn't let me drag and drop the right and left shoe so that I can make them children of the zombie design. I don't know why, but you should be able to do it on your computer. So let's get them a bit closer and place them there, like this. That's it. Now we have a new zombie, and we need to create 3 instances of it, because we're going to animate this zombie later on inside our game engine. And to do that, we need several sprites of this zombie. For example, let's select the whole thing, right click, duplicate, move it there, like this. And now select this right shoe and move it to the back a little bit so that it gives you the feeling that the zombie is actually working. Maybe you can even change the arm's rotation a little bit so that it gives you the feeling that, you know, that zombie is actually working. Finally, select again the whole thing, right click, duplicate, place it there. And we're going to do the same thing, but this time with the left shoe. So select it and move it to the back, something like this. And, you know, again, rotate the arms to another position, maybe something like this. So this is the idle state in which the zombie is not working. Let's rotate this a little bit. Of course, this is all up to you. And so this is the idle state. So that here the zombie is stopped. Here the zombie has worked one step, and finally here the zombie has worked another step, and then the cycle would go from the left to the right, from the right to the bottom, from the bottom to the left. Okay. I will show you how to implement this on your game engine later on. Now go to File, Document Properties, and go to Resize Page to Content, and resize page to drawing or selection. So now you have resized the entire page so that it fits all of your 3 designs. Okay. I will later on show you how you can take advantage of this sprites on your game engine, on the Unity 5 engine. Maybe you will want to make the shoots a little bit bigger, and you know, I think that's all for now. Go to File and Save As, and be sure to save your design as a PNG document, so you can name it something like zombie or whatever. You can even create more designs of a zombie. In the game, later on, I will use my own design, but you are entitled to use your own if you want to. Of course, I will leave this one for you to download, but I think that was all of this lesson. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this lecture. I really hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next one.